What happens when politics and crime overlap? In today's video, we look at the ANC's decision to distance itself from Brown Mogotsi, a man accused of acting as a link between powerful politicians and criminal networks. The story also drags in Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, who is now on leave. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this scandal is more than just about one man. It's about the ANC's credibility and its fight for survival. The recent distancing of the ANC from Brown Mogotsi has opened a new chapter in the ongoing battle between the ruling party's public stance on corruption and the realities of the allegations emerging from the Madlanga Commission. At the center of the storm is Mogotsi, a man once associated with ANC structures, now painted as a dubious figure linked to organized crime and allegedly connected to Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, who himself has been placed on leave of absence. What makes this episode significant is not only the accusations, but also the ANC's unusually direct decision to disown Mogotsi, publicly confirming that his membership has expired and that he is no longer part of the organization. Fikile Mbalula, speaking after the ANC's National Working Committee meeting, framed the matter in stark terms. There are individuals, he said, who exploit the ANC's name and its deployees in order to advance criminal networks, and this cannot be tolerated.
Brown Mogotsi is a reflection of a bad ANC member, if he is, because he is implicated on siphoning money in the name of the ANC. ANC can't associate itself with such bad behavior. Siphoning money in the reports and all of that, involved in this and that, illegal missions and all of that. ANC can't pride itself of such people if they are its members. And they will face the full wrath of the ANC and accountability from the side of the party. We are a big organization, so he is just but one of others who behave like that.
Mbalula was further quizzed on when Senzo Mchunu, who is an NEC member, will present himself before the party's Integrity Commission. Mbalula says all ANC members who are scheduled to appear before it will do so by hook or crook.
So Comrade Senzo will appear before the Integrity Commission, and all other members who are required by all standards to either voluntarily present themselves or they will then be summoned by the Integrity Commission.
Mbalula also expressed the party's support for the commission, adding that the Madlanga Commission is evidence of the ANC's fight against corruption and maladministration.
And if Madlanga Commission is going to help us exercise in the system of the ANC by extension such criminal elements, let this opportunity not be missed by such. But I can tell you, on behalf of the ANC, criminal elements who are throwing our name as a movement and the ANC in vain will never be tolerated, even for a day in our party. And at the present moment is the last time they go around brandishing the name of the ANC for this and that and their own activity.
Meanwhile, the party will hold a special NEC from this coming Saturday to Monday to finalize its guidelines on the list process to select its candidates that will contest in the local government elections.
The allegations against Mogotsi are serious and go beyond the usual whispers of factional money politics. Evidence before the Madlanga Commission has suggested that Mogotsi acted as a middleman between organized criminals and elements of the state, facilitating transactions, soliciting funds from figures like Vusimuzi, Kat Matlala, and even channeling resources into ANC-related activities. WhatsApp messages and testimony have painted a picture of a fixer who operated in the murky overlap between politics, policing, and criminal syndicates. That connection to the police ministry, whether proven or not, casts a long shadow over Senzo Mchunu, a sitting cabinet member whose leave of absence is itself unprecedented in recent years. For the ANC, which is trying to manage the image of renewal and anti-corruption ahead of 2026, such revelations come at the worst possible time. What we are witnessing is not just about Mogotsi as an individual, but the broader credibility crisis of the ANC. On the one hand, the party has repeatedly promised that it will no longer protect those implicated in corruption, pointing to internal reforms, integrity commissions, and disciplinary processes. On the other hand, cases like this expose how closely woven the networks of politics, crime, and money have become within its orbit. The language used by Mbalula, warning of dubious characters, exploiting the ANC's name, reflects an acknowledgement that the problem is systemic. Distancing itself from Mogotsi is an act of damage control, a way of signaling to the public and to the markets that the ANC is not complicit, even as the details suggest that its structures were, at minimum, vulnerable to manipulation. From a political analysis perspective, the ANC's response is an attempt to draw a line in the sand, to show that there are consequences, and that association with criminality leads to isolation, not protection. Yet this also risks being perceived as selective outrage, a case of cutting ties with someone who has become a liability while failing to address the deeper rot within the party. For Mchunu, the implications are dire. His association with Mogotsi, even if indirect, chips away at his credibility and raises questions about how ministers and senior deployees vet those they allow into their orbit. For the ANC, the episode reinforces the narrative that it is constantly in crisis management mode, forced to react to scandals instead of setting the agenda. And for the broader South African public, the story of Brown Mogotsi is less about one man than about whether the ANC can ever fully sever the ties between political power and criminal enterprise. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us grow and create even more exciting videos for you. Thanks for watching.